We're live at Nickelodeon Studios, Orlando, Florida. Ooh, yeah. We are back, everyone. Universal Studios. Woo! And I'm gonna go around today and show you guys all the very sadly extinct attractions. Super sad, they're all extinct, but this was Nick Studios. I know you guys remember this. The slime geyser was pretty much like right over there. If my finger can focus, there we go. And this used to be Studio 18, where they filmed all the magic, like such as Guts, Double Dare, Legends of the Hidden Temple. That was my favorite, Legends of the Hidden Temple. But here's where it is. Very anticlimactic right now. Definitely not the same, and it upsets me like no other that this is gone. There's Rip Ride Rocket. And man, what I would do to be back at Universal Studios in the 90s, I can't even tell you. Right up there, where those light posts, where those lights are sticking out, that's where the Nick Studio sign used to be, right there. This up here used to be crazy 90s checkered. Everything in here was just speaking 100% 90s. Like everything in here. But that's what the famous slime geyser was, guys. Can you believe it? It's gone. So you already know I'm back here at Universal Studios Orlando. Even if you ask for it or not, I'm back. Back, baby. Mitch May's back. And you know, it looks a little gloomy up there, because it is. Hopefully I don't get rained on. But you know, I got my Spider-Man Venom shirt, because sadly it's the only Universal shirt I own. But today we're going to check out extinct Universal attractions that no longer exist. The physical locations of those attractions still exist, such as this one, the first one, Despicable Me. Can anybody guess what it used to be? Hanna-Barbera, back in the 90s and the 80s. Well, actually no, 90s. This park opened in 1990. So yeah, it used to be Hanna-Barbera, and then it was Jimmy Neutron, and it was like Nicktoon Blast, and they used to go through all the old Nick shows. Why did they take it out? Who knows? But it's sad. It makes me very sad. Does anybody recognize this building right here? This used to be the fire station for the Ghostbusters back in the 90s here at Universal Studios. And I know that they did like a little show out front right here. But I believe they had a show inside as well that was also like a Ghostbusters show, and they had really cool effects when they made ghosts. They made like kind of like the Haunted Mansion. They made like little reflection ghosts, and from what I've seen online, it looks pretty cool. Used to be Confrontation, the old car ride here. The new car rides at Islands of Adventure, but this used to be the old one. They don't really do much to outside. It's still kind of that was there before. They just kind of galloped up outside. But this ride, I never got a ride when I was a kid. I got to ride Jaws and a few of the other classic Twister and Earthquake, but never Confrontation. And it does have an Easter egg inside when you go into the chamber with all the gold. It has a nice Easter egg of Kong, a little golden statue. This ride, I can't complain that they replaced it, because they replaced Kong, because this ride is incredible. One of the top 3 park rides, probably of all time. Alright. You guys know where we are right now? We're in San Francisco. And you see that burger? That burger place right there? And you see that those red little lines right there? Guess why that's there? This is where the attraction Earthquake used to be. Yep, we're in San Francisco. That's right, we are in San Francisco, part of the park. This all used to be San Francisco. I mean, it still is, but it's kind of a shell of its former self. This is a burger restaurant that is based on the Great Californian Earthquake. And right across the street, right over here, is where Disaster / Earthquake. It was first it was Earthquake, then it was Disaster. used to be. I rode this as a kid. This ride was insane. I could not handle it. I thought it was real. I literally thought that's where the sign used to be, right there, right underneath the 1887. That's where the disaster sign used to be. But I literally thought this was like when I rode this, I was like, this is a real earthquake. Really cool ride. Unfortunately, they took it out for Fast and the Furious. They took it out for that, and it's a shame because this ride used to be incredible. One of the original Universal rides right through there. That was the entrance. This is actually the exit for Fast and the Furious. What a shame. Classic Universal's gone. But around the corner, another famous attraction that they took out. Probably for good reason, because it hardly ever worked. And I did ride it as a kid, but right now, you see that little phone booth? That looks like London, right? They caught Jaws. They caught him. Look how big it is. And right across is Lombard's Landing. That's a little Easter egg for Jaws. They still have Easter eggs for Jaws here. And inside this shop right here, so the candy shop, around the corner they still have merch for Jaws. So keep a lookout for that. Jaws is not completely gone. I rode it as a kid. And a lot of people think that it was in this lagoon here, but it was not. I wonder if you can guess exactly where it was, but I'll show you that in a second. Do y'all know where we are? I'll give you a hint. This is where the Jaws ride used to be. That should let you know right there. The Knight bus. Woo! We are in Diagon Alley. Let's go inside. This is exactly where the Jaws ride used to be, sadly. I wish it was still here, but once again, I guess this ride was replaced for good reason. But wow, look how empty this is. I have not seen it this empty in a long time. But this is where the Jaws ride used to be. This all used to be a lake. There's a big lake right here, and it didn't work very much, but I got to ride it as a kid, and let me tell you, that ride was scary. So I'm going to walk around in here a little bit. I'm not going to film very much, but just know that this is where the Jaws ride used to be, guys. And it is empty in here. Wow. Can't believe it's so empty. And I'm about to go to our next extinct attraction. Can you guys guess what it is? I'll give you a hint. It's where the Simpsons used to be, and it's not the Leaky Cauldron. Marty, we disrupted the space-time continuum. What are we gonna do? This used to be Back to the Future right there, guys. It's now Simpsons Land. This entire area is Simpsons Land. They got carnival-style games everywhere. And sorry, I'm filming on my iPad. It's not very good at it's not exactly the best camera to film off of it, but you can see all these carnival-style games. Simpsons is pretty cool. But Back to the Future, man, that's a classic. That is a classic that we do not have anymore. They still have some Easter eggs up here that I'm going to show you. You can meet Doc Brown on certain times, certain days of the year. You can meet him most of the days, actually. And they have the DeLorean from Back to the Future 2, as well as the big train, the time-traveling train that they have at the Back to the Future 3. So you can see all those little set pieces. Here's the Easy Mart right here. And then we got Moe's Diner up here, which definitely almost makes it worth transitioning from Back to the Future to Simpsons, because Simpsons is so cool. The ride is practically the same. It's just a virtual reality ride, but it's Simpsons instead of Back to the Future. But there's Moe's. I wonder if Homer's inside. I wonder who's inside getting a beer. But the theming throughout here is pretty great. Can't complain about that. And here's the infamous Krusty Burger. Look at that. Oh, we can get a nice Krusty Burger. I can't even do Krusty I can't do his impersonation right now, but here, right there, it's kind of hard to see, but we have the Back to the Future train. Let's go look at it. Here's the DeLorean, everybody, from Back to the Future 2. And there's the train from Back to the Future 3. I think it's his name's E.L.B. Emmett. Emmett something Brown. It's Doc Brown's real name. See? Here's a plaque that says that it was used in the movie. DeLorean. Can't believe it's actually here. Now, speaking of an original ride, Animal Actors isn't really a ride, but it's a show. And it's technically, it has been here since the original 1990 opening. I think the show's probably changed quite a bit, but they show like a dog that looks like Beethoven. They show a pug that looks like the pug from Men in Black. And they do a lot of cool tricks. There's a lot of, there's a few cats, a lot of dogs, a few birds. It's a good show. I highly recommend it if you ever come to Universal. So guys, this is why I'm back here. Curious George Goes to Town. This area, believe it or not, used to be the Bates Motel. I believe in the backstage tour, when they used to do the tram tour, this was one of the stops that they made, and it was the Bates Motel from that movie. And I believe you remember doing the Alfred Hitchcock little attraction where that's actually where Shrek is now. This used to be the Bates Motel, and I think it was used for the backstage tram tour. I don't think we did that when I was a kid. I can't really remember, but we did do some Alfred Hitchcock attraction. And this is probably going to be torn down pretty soon, so RIP Curious George. But it used to be Bates Motel back in the day. So guys, sadly our journey comes to an end. I'm here at Boom E.T.'s Great Adventure. This is the last stop on my trip through Universal Classic Rides, for obvious reason, because this is like literally the only classic ride that's still here. Isn't that so sad? That's a sad thing to say. I used to come here as a kid, and actually this is one of the only rides I did not ride as a kid. Funny enough, it was broken down. It was the early 2000s when we came. This ride in King Kong was broken down. And King Kong was broken down for refurbishment because I think they were trying to I guess build the new one over at Islands Adventure. I don't know why it was broken down. I was pretty upset. But this is our last stop. It's E.T. It's a classic ride. It's one of the only classic rides that remains at Universal Studios. I showed you guys in the last video, so I'm not going to film it. But yeah, I hope you liked the video. We went through all the classic rides and saw some pretty neat sights. But this is a little short video, I know. At least I hope it's kind of short. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But until next time, peace. Take care, guys. I'll see you later.